Well, Johnny, this is it. 10 games to go, final countdown. Does it kind of sharpen their reaction now after the response from the other night?
Yeah, I think so. We spoke after the game at length about it. It's now a 10-game season, and it'll be over before you know it. So it's about making sure now that we're up for every game, and we leave it all out there, and we just give absolutely everything in this closing period to try and get to where we want to get to.
It's so important that we keep the faith, keep together in terms of what we're doing now, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. We don't even need to talk in them terms. We haven't got a couple of results that we wanted, but the belief in the squad is there. See it every day in training. It's just about putting it together now. I think even in defeat, we've been creating chances, just haven't quite put the finishing touches on it. So we have to keep doing what we're doing, but be better at it. Keep being relentless in our work, and believing in what we're doing, and I think we can get the results.
A draw for the leaders last night. It's getting fairly bunched up there. It's still anything is possible.
Yeah, it is, because every game's difficult. Every opponent is capable of causing you problems if you get it wrong. So I expect every team. No, I don't expect any team to go and win 10 games in this final bit. I think it's still going to be ups and downs, and sort of a lot of football to play. A lot of points to play for, and you see last night in that game, the league leaders was in a really tough game with Bromley, and we've seen that time again with Bromley. So who have got aspirations themselves. So this is the nature of the league. The competition in League Two this season is through the roof. It's really closely contested, and there's a lot of quality in it too.
I don't want to dwell too much on the other night, but what did you make of the PSV Ultras behind the goal? A little bit of extra support for us.
I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. At the start, I saw, just for core, our supporters are up for it. There was bouncing behind the goal, and we don't always have fans there, so that sort of threw me off guard. And then I heard the announcement that the PSV supporters were in, and then it sort of dawned on me that I was playing Arsenal the next day. So it's nice, the extra support. It's certainly added to the atmosphere. I'd like to have given them a win, because it was nice that they came down and supported us. But hopefully we get one from Saturday. Is
that something we could look into perhaps in the future, if it's possible, to have both sets of our fans behind the goals, maybe?
Yeah, I think it definitely adds to the occasion, to the atmosphere. I suppose it depends on what the travelling fans are bringing and stuff like that. So not my remit, obviously, but for me, like the support that we've been getting, filling the stadium out in record crowd against Notts, and another good crowd the other night. The more that we can do that in these games, the better for us. So we're just about creating a really good atmosphere at Carlisle.
Back to us, what's the situation with Ryan Johnson?
Yeah, Johnnie's been training, so like I said to you the other day, it was just about building confidence back up in his shoulder. But he's not been out long. He only missed that game. So we're hopeful that we can have him available.
And in terms of the opposition tomorrow, of course, Mark Hughes there. A lot of people surprised to see him there. A former Wimbledon favourite as well, Glyn Hodges. They're working hard to get them out of the plight they're in.
They are, yeah, and I think they've had some success since they've gone in. Certainly made them harder to beat, more competitive. They've picked up some good results. So it's not an easy game. Despite where they are in the league, we cannot for 1 minute think that we're going there for an easy game. We saw we had a tough game with Morecambe not so long ago. We're in a similar position, and I'm expecting absolutely tough. They're fighting for their lives, so you know what to expect when you play teams that are in their position. And it's good because both teams have got something on the line, which means that both teams will be giving it absolutely everything to get the result. But we concentrate on us and what we can do, and I think we've got the quality to go there and get a result, but we've got to have the right mindset as well, that we need to turn up and be ready to fight.
Bearing in mind their circumstances, could it become a bit of a scrap, do you think?
I think every League Two game is. Certainly in the opening period of any League Two game that you watch, it's hard fought, closely contested, bit of a scrap. You have to do the ugly work, the dirty side of the game that we call it, and then try and hope that your quality can sort of take control. But if you don't run, block, tackle and fight like we always talk about, the game can be gone before you've even got a chance to settle down. So this is League Two football. You have to be up for the fight, and I'm sure the boys will be.
The boys are giving you food for thought over there, just to the side of us here, doing their work. Anyone sort of like knocking on the door really for contention for tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I'm not about giving any secrets away. There's obviously people that are pushing for starts. You know, if you haven't quite got the results that you want, you know, you look at your alternatives. But I don't think performance levels have been poor. You know, he was outstanding against Notts County. I think on Tuesday, any other day, we probably get something from that game. Probably win the game most times with the amount that we created. So we have to be mindful of that we're not playing poorly. We just haven't got the results that we want to. But also, it's an opportunity for other people. You know, if we aren't picking up points, then we have to look at alternatives to that. But we've got the players for that, and there's players that are pushing hard in training to try and get a place in the team.
I think it's the longest away trip for us tomorrow. We've got a good following going up there as well. We appreciate any support that's going to go there for us.
Yeah, of course, it's the furthest one, isn't it? It's right up the other end, long journey. So any support that we get, yeah, greatly appreciated. Safe travels to all the fans going up, because yeah, it's not an easy one to do. But yeah, whoever we see up there, as many as we can get, we'll be delighted to see them.
Thanks for your time, Johnnie.
All right, cheers.